Hello, everyone.
Hi, good morning
Yeah,
from
thank
KL.
thank you for joining us. So today we'll be talking about why have a social impact, right? Why is it so important, right? What we have noticed in our own experience of having doing charity work and social impact, right? Most people what they do is okay. I already have my mind set for like I have my favorite charity. I give to my favorite orphanage. I give to certain organizations. Right, nothing wrong with that. Right. However, what we have found out that there are certain organizations that probably do not need any more help because they already have the help they need. The public give them money. The government already give them money. What we found out, what was more impactful, was when we went to the ground and found out exactly what is the need, what is the critical need of the community. Like for example, right, we used to do a lot of work with the homeless. Like I we go and feed the homeless on a very regular basis every week. And then after that we found that when we went to meet the homeless and we talked to them, asked their challenges, their problems, then after some time we find out, oh, okay, the homeless, there's a lot of people helping them. Like there's a lot of NGOs that give them food. That there's a lot of help with them. But then we found out when the refugee crisis happened, there was not many people or organizations that's taking care of the refugees. Like what is the needs, what are the things that the critical thing they want they need them in their lives. That's why we actually did the same thing, went to the ground, interview them one by actually ask what they need. We at the beginning we made that mistake of just doing events after events for them, right? Inviting speakers where the results was very low. But what we found was more after what we found most more powerful when we learned from mistake was we focus on refugee leaders. When we focus on the leaders and develop the leaders themselves will empower their own community and the community will rise. So we found that that's a more powerful way, right, Shida?
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So right now what we are doing is we are focusing on the leaders, like the refugee leaders. We have a business mentorship program for refugee leaders. Whoever any refugee wants to do business or they're already doing business and they want to scale up, we have the modules for them to attend. So currently we already have about four refugees in our community from different countries. They're already attending our first quarter of our program. Was from January to February, March, and now they're in the second quarter, which is April.
Yeah.
So we already sent out the report telling what is the progress. And then now we hope in the second quarter they can really scale up to the next level of their business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the reason why refugee leaders and leadership is so important to be nurtured and to be grown is so that the community will transform. You know, the community is actually a reflection of the people inside that particular community and also the values of the leader leading that community. So when you work with the refugee leaders or any community leaders, whether it is organizational leaders, whether it is leaders of families, leaders of associations, when the values of the leader is aligned, that will reflect on the community and the society that they are building. So that's why even in our own business that we are coaching leaders, mentors, community leaders, community developers, entrepreneurs, business owners, um, it's so important to work on the empowerment of that leader to be able to be resilient and be very aligned with the intentions of the outcome of what the community that they want to have. Whether it is women entrepreneurs that they want to set up a community of women business owners or women entrepreneurs. It is again a reflection of the person starting that community, that group, on what is the values that they want to instill in them. Yesterday, I just want to share with you, one of my community leaders called me. It's almost midnight. He called me and he was sharing. He was so heartbroken because he said, I never thought, I mean, that was the work that he is doing now, because he kind of taken it over from his sister who left who left the country already. She's relocated to another country, and he was like entrusted to look at the people. And he said, and he called me and he said, like, I am so heartbroken. I didn't realize that there's so many people in need. And he said how I can't, like sometimes he just cannot take it because he just met a young teenage boy found living alone, and he's got a bald head because he's got cancer. He's going through chemo and he can't even eat. And he was going around passing groceries and he was asking who are the people in need. And somehow this boy's name came up. and somebody led him to it, and he said he was so shocked. He said, Mushida, I'm so shocked. Please come and support me and visit this person again. And I told him, as somebody who's taking in this role, your inner strength has got to be important. I can support you, but you need to develop it yourself. The inner strength, the resilience of the leader to be able to see things that he doesn't want to see. But what kind of changes do you want to make in whatever you see around you? So that is the power of social impact. And right now during Ramadan, a lot of people are being very heart-centered, a lot of giving, a lot of people want to be spiritual and all that. Can we sustain this? This is such an awesome time. I love it that people want to donate, people want to help, want to give, people are in that contributing mode. Can we sustain this? And in order to sustain this, that's where having a social impact is so important. Instill it in your income, instill it in your lifestyle if you're not running a business, instill it in your business if you are running a business. It's enough of those businesses that only talk about business, making money only, and then they will say things like, when you have the money, then you can give. What we believe is, yes, you need to have the money. That's why we talk a lot about money mindset when we are talking about social impact and helping and giving the poor and all that. We do talk a lot about money and money mindset. And we believe that the money is an amazing tool for you to be able to help others, to be in a more influential position, to be in more position of security and power. At the same time, what is that purpose of the money that you're gonna be making? So having a social impact instilled in your lifestyle, instilled in your business. Your business, as you grow, as you expand your money mindset, you will be able to give more. I have met people who are having a very good salary. They are in top management, they are in middle management, they have a regular 5-figure income every month, but they don't give to charity with the I'll call it an excuse, with the excuse that I've got already so much on my plate, I cannot give. I don't have enough to give. And that is because they did not assign a certain amount of fund in their whole income, in their whole lifestyle, to look out for the poor, to look out how they can solve the problem of the climate, problem of the environment, problem of society or inequalities and discrimination. They did not set aside for that. And that is why social impact, if you're talking about you want to change the world, we complain about, why are these governments so cruel, they create wars and all that, then go do something about it. Go do something about reaching out and transform people's lives, make them empowered enough to survive, to be able to give, to be able to self-sustain, to be able to fund themselves, to be able to create money. These are the kind of work that we do. These are the kind of leaders that we are creating in Love and Respect Transforms. And this is what we are doing. Social impact is about making change through action. Social impact is not about collecting certificates and claiming that I have a degree in sustainability, I have a certificate in sustainability. It is not about that. It's great if you have it, and I highly encourage you to go and get knowledge and get those certificates, but it's about doing the work. It is about transforming. It is about finding out what are the needs of the people before you shove things down their neck, like for example, we just did a distribution of the Ramadan food basket. A lot of people just say give people whatever they need. They say, they don't have food, let's give them food. And it's not the kind of food that they know how to eat even in the first place.
It's not their staple food, or it's not the food that they usually eat. So in the end, they will not eat it.
Right? And sometimes the food goes to waste. And the reason why I know this is because I have community leaders who give feedback to me. And she used, my past community leader used to say things like, the rice has gone bad. A lot of people throw the rice away when that rice could have gone to other people who know how to eat that kind of food, right? Eat the rice. So looking at different needs, specific needs, that's what we are supporting people with. And again, creating a social impact is something that I wouldn't say I highly encourage anymore. I think that was in the past. Now I would say it is crucial, it is mandatory, and it is compulsory to be instilled in your whole lifestyle. If you want your life to be sustainable, if you want your community to be sustainable, if you want your business to be sustainable.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's what I have to share for today, and why social impact is so important in your life. And we
yeah,
will keep on stressing this. Not this is not the last time we're going to be
yeah,
sharing about social impact, and then
yeah,
we'll move on to another topic. I'm going to raise this topic up again, and we're going to address it. We are going to say it as it is. um and I would love for everyone to have a culture of looking out for others in need, instead of just saying, oh, I've got too much already. I know I'm not I don't even need, I have enough for myself, I don't want to
yeah,
help. um and I've got people like that. I've met people like that who said that, he has a job, he has money, he has a roof over his head, he has
yeah,
a family, and
yeah,
yet he says, oh, I
yeah.
don't have enough to give
Yeah,
to
some people
others.
think it's like charity is like just feeding their own family, but they don't think beyond that. You know, I mean, that's the first place that you need to do, provide for your family. But once you have access, like you have enough money, extra money, right, or even if you have time, you can actually do more social impact. So one of the things that I want to make a very distinct difference between social impact and charity, right? Charity is something that, okay, if people need money on the spot, or you have the certain causes that you like to do, you can actually give the money to your favorite charity or whatever it is. That is good. We all do charity. That is in the need in the market. But social impact, charity is part of a social impact. Social impact is actually looking at the bigger picture, like going down to the ground, doing your research, your survey, like looking at the whole ecosystem. What is the root cause of the problem? For example, like if we talk about poverty, right? What's the root cause of poverty? Is it education? Is it administration? Is it something that's missing that government is not doing? So what we must do is, we as a person that is wanting to do social impact, like Mushta mentioned it now, first correct our intention. Our intention is not to do for personal gain, for recognition. We're doing it for us, is for our creator, to serve our purpose, and also to help humankind. Like we want to really help them, and we don't actually expect anything in return. What we do is, we do our, like for us, we do our social impact in our business, our One Health One model. Every training, coaching event that we do, we make money, then we will channel portion of it to the skill sets and mindset of refugees and low income, or any marginalized group, right? So we must do our own research in our area of what we are passionate about, whether it's for environment, or for people, for human capital, or for economy, right? What can we do to contribute to the area? Do our research first, what is the need, and then go down to the ground, do research, find out from the beneficiary. Then only we do take action, whether if it's for food, we buy exactly what they need, or if there's something that we need to do for environment, then we take action based on our research, not just blindly just give money to any organization and find out the organization is a bogus organization. And the money that they give, because they did a research, it's very disturbing, they did a research, money that's been given to a lot of these non-profit organization, right? Only like 10% is accounted for. That means only less than 10% goes to the beneficiaries. The rest, we don't know what happened to the money. Now I'm saying that all organizations cheat the people, but the fact that the money is accounted for is very blur. It's very gray area that we shouldn't be like. It shouldn't happen actually. But if we take responsibility in our own hands to do the social impact, so we look at all the accountability, the transparency, everything must be very transparent. Like, okay, if we this is why I like business doing social impact, because in business you can choose whatever amount of money you want to give for your social impact. Nobody's going to ask you, because it's your own money. You take a certain amount, say I want to take 10% or 20%, whatever amount that you want to put, you put for that social impact, and you run it. But if you are a non-profit, right, which I believe we need as well, but the moment you're a non-profit, all the money that comes in is accounted for, because people, they give in trust to you to give to the people, right? And if you misuse the money, you're going to be accountable for it in our creator. That's why we prefer business doing social impact, right? Of course, the non-profit have their own role in the society. We actually need them as well, but they also have a bigger responsibility to make sure that they are transparent and they're accountable for whatever funds they receive. Whereas for businesses, because we channel our own money, right, then we can choose whatever we want to do with the money, whether it's for refugees or low income. Nobody can ask us that, because it's our own money. We are responsible. Just like you say you want to start a business, it's better to have your own business versus going under somebody else's wing. And then if the person cheat you, then you lose all the money, right? So that's what exactly the same concept. So look at the whole ecosystem, make sure your intention is correct, and then if you need any more like kind of advice, or you need that kind of training, mentorship, how to do social impact, we have in our mentorship, we have training not just for people to do business, but how to embed that social impact into their business. and do it on a large scale. And we noticed, right, when we started doing social impact, right, we don't do it for the fame or for the getting back anything, but the perks of it, a lot of things come, opportunity will come your way. Like we got awards when we didn't ask for it. People saw our contribution and they wanted to give the awards to us. No, we don't have to. No, it's not a marketing gimmick where we pay money to get the award. It's people give the award to us, and they give us a lot of other free things that we can go bring people to the event. We get a lot of other things that the benefits of getting the award. So yeah, award, and then we got featured in media, and then now many people who seeing our efforts going to sustainability, right, and social impact. Many people who are like-minded or people who are in the higher position come to see what we do and they want to collaborate with us. That's very powerful. The moment you are very consistent and right in your intention, right, people that you never expect, like you think, oh, this people is so high up, why should they come to help me, or why should they want to be with me? But when we do the work, they are study-eyed with what we do. That's amazing. That's what I felt. Even those people who celebrate you as millions of fans, but they love what we do and they study at what we do because they cannot do what we do. They are specialized in their own area, but they want to be part of what we want to do. That's very, for me, that's very exciting for me. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So with that, do connect with us if
Yeah.
this message resonates with you,
Yeah.
and just remember that in these times it is so crucial for you to have your social impact, and that
Yeah.
is a question that I believe from now on, even when I work with any potential partners, suppliers, or people who say, oh, they want to collaborate with me, I will ask them, what is your social impact?
Yeah.
What is the where does your money channel to? And if they're not very clear on that, I would not be supporting them unless they say they're going to start doing something.
Yeah.
They intend to do something that's different. So that is where the world is going. You see consumers right now, customers are very savvy these days. They will want to see how conscious a business is, whether
Yeah.
they treat people correctly, if they treat their staff properly, do they destroy the environment in order just to create the process money, or do they hire child labor? All of these things
Yeah.
are what customers are very particular about before they buy. They want to buy from conscious companies
Yeah.
only, and even the biggest organizations and companies are feeling the need to become conscious and to become environment friendly and to become fair trade and all that, right? So these are simple things that actually should be inborn in any business, right?
Yeah.
That people are only realizing it now, because before people were only thinking of profits. So if you're just only thinking of profits without purpose,
Yeah.
without the intention behind that profits,
Yeah.
then you need to relook at your money and your mindset and also your business model.
Yeah, we ought to add one more thing before we close, right? Like we did a branding with purpose before with one of our partners, Ari Azrael from USA, right? He did a research on those companies who's doing social impact and those who are not doing social impact, right? In the past, a lot of these multi-million dollar companies, they make a lot of money and they are thriving and all that, right? But now in these times, in the last few years, right, those companies who have a social impact with their business is slowly overtaking the multi-million dollar business. Can you imagine, right? A small businesses that is doing business and they don't have all the kind of investors, all these kind of very sophisticated knowledge or technology, but they are slowly overtaking the multi-million dollar company because of what Mushida mentioned. Now is in the time of consciousness where because of all the crisis that's happening, all that, people are more aware now. They are more conscious. They want to do good already in their heart. Which is actually our innate quality as a human being. We actually, all of us want to do good, but we are lost along the way. We don't know what to do, right? So people want to do it. They're finding for that. They're hungry to do good. So the moment a company is providing a channel to do good, they will support the company versus company that is just making money profit, but they just pay their shareholders. They're not giving, or they're not protecting the environment. They're not making the world a better place. So I think for you as business people out there, if you really want to really grow your business in a very ethical way, and also to also make yourself like that you have done your purpose, right? When you leave this world, that's your legacy. You meet your creator on a very good conscience. That means you die knowing that you have done all you can to help people, and then you're not going to be accounted for it. You're not going to be asked, oh, why you saw a lot of people having a lot of hardship, but you don't do anything about it. So the best way for me, I feel that the world will change to entrepreneurs who is a conscious entrepreneurs who want to make change. They will change to that versus even the people in the ruling people will not have the impact as the entrepreneurs that's doing a lot of change on the ground. And as you can see now, if you do your own research on the ground, the most impact that's been done around the world, whether it's crisis or whatever it's economy or that, it's all entrepreneurs. Yeah, do you do your research? Many big names out there is doing a lot of amazing social impact work. We feel that we are still in the learning phase, but we are have the intention to go there. So the moment you have that intention, I'm telling you, our creator is so generous. Our creator is so abundant. He will open a lot many doors. But the most important, you must have the right intention. If you have the wrong intention, it's for glamour, it's for fame, for certain kind of self-interest, then you will still sometimes you still get it, but there is also the repercussion is something else will happen, something like they say karma or something bad will happen to you in the future. But if you have a clean heart and you have a right intention, right, all the way through hardship, to whatever you go through, right, toward to the end of your life, you will be doing this, and you will have a clear conscience, and you know that when you die, right, you are this can be part of your one of your salvation in your afterlife. Yeah, that's why I believe it's so why social impact is so important.
Yeah.
We might not have all the knowledge in the world. We might not do big impact like this kind of very big company impact, but because we have do it with sincerity, and that's what our creator is looking at, and that is our salvation in the hereafter. Even small things, like we say, small things big things grow, right? Even small things can create so many
Big
amazing
Yeah,
impact. Yep.
yeah, true. All right,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
do connect with us.
Yeah.
If you want to know how you can start creating or starting your own social impact and get supported along
Yep.
the way. All
Yeah.
right, lots of
Okay.
love.
Have
Bye
a blessed
bye.
and successful day. Bye bye, everyone.
Tak ada orang.
And I think